Election Day 2020 is marked with an unprecedented uncertainty in the integrity of the voting system and concerns over possible leftist unrest. Here's One America's chief White House correspondent, Rion.
The day of the election, the White House entered lockdown mode. Just outside, where a barrier was being built to protect the White House from Democrat rioters, One American News visited with General Michael Flynn's attorney and author of Licensed to Lie, Sidney Powell. Powell says America is forewarned. The Democrats are pulling out all the stops to keep Trump from winning re-election.
Well, I'm most concerned about the many multifaceted efforts the Democrats are making to steal the vote. Everything from suppressing and instilling fear in people from going to the polls through the whole COVID, what I call apocalypse hoax. COVID, of course, is real, but the apocalypse aspect of it is not. And they have developed a computer system to alter votes electronically. People that I know even have not gotten their absentee ballots. They've been canceled. They've had to request them 3 different times and been told they were canceled. That's inexplicable. Mail-in votes have gone missing for Trump. There are just any number of ways, and the fact that they are planning violence is absolutely appalling.
In a series of leaked videos and documents, ExposedSunrise.com shared Zoom calls of violent leftists mapping out detailed plans to sow chaos in the nation's capital and across the country should Donald Trump win re-election. Powell urges the president to utilize the full weight of the U.S. military to ensure the city and country is safe.
There should be no fear of violence from anyone in an election in the United States of America, where our vote is sacred and the right to transfer power peacefully has been around for hundreds of years. This is absolutely ridiculous and appalling that anyone is contemplating violence. That I'm just stunned at all the windows being boarded up around Washington, D.C. We shouldn't have to do that. That's unacceptable in this country.
Sidney, talk to us about the legal aspects of tomorrow. President Trump stated that he's ready and willing and able to walk in with lawyers day of election. What does that mean, and what would a potential legal battle look like?
Well, that means, again, that the Democrats are using what they call lawfare to try to alter the results of the election. I think they've effectively conceded that Trump is going to win at the voting booth. So they're going to pull out every other means they can think of to try to challenge the election, from the way they craft headlines to anything else, to try to make people think there is some doubt about the Trump victory. It's just a repeat and on steroids of what they did in 2016 to try to make his whole presidency illegitimate. But it's all their projection, their deceit, their manipulation that's leading to this.
A lot of preparations being made right here at the White House and around it for several kinds of rioters, leftist rioters, including a movement called the Sunrise Movement. Videos came out recently where they have exposed themselves as members of the bureaucracy. They are planning a coup right after this election. What ramifications do they face, if any, from the legal system?
Well, they ought to be fired and arrested right now, certainly fired from their jobs if they're in the United States government, because we don't allow members of the government to subvert the lawful authority. This president's president through until January 20th, regardless of what happens in the election. But we all know from the hundreds of millions of people we see out and around for President Trump that we the people who ordained and established the Constitution of the United States of America, who believe in that Constitution.
And with the world watching, America will either exhibit a peaceful transfer of power or a radical show of leftist chaos. Rion, One American News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.